Your enemy had a head start on you, but that doesn't matter. This is your favorite terrain. You begin to catch up to him, and as you watch him, you realize that he doesn't even know you're there. He starts to slow down as he gains confidence, thinking that he's lost you. He has no idea what you're capable of. You pull out your arrow, and you strike true. He drops dead. If this sounded interesting to you, you'd probably like to play a ranger in Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition. I'm Josh from JNJtabletop, and that's exactly what we're going to talk about today. So when I think about the ranger, I'm thinking about characters like Aragorn from Lord of the Rings. He's someone who guides the party as they go on their adventure. He tracks orcs. He even tracks other members of the party as they get lost. I could also think of someone like Geralt or Geralt, whatever you call him, just be sure to toss him a coin. And I think about how he just stands between the horrors of the wilds and just fights off all those monsters, and he protects the safety and the peace of the towns. He is definitely like a monster hunter ranger, just fighting those beasts and taking care of business. And also, you could think of someone like Emily and Clifford if you're thinking about a ranger. If you're more of a ranger that likes to have an animal companion, maybe you're this person with your big red dog and you're just traveling around. That's definitely a ranger. A ranger is like the scout, the wilderness survivor. They're an explorer, kind of like Bear Grylls, if you've ever seen that show. Their primary role in a party is going to be exploration. It's going to be hunting. They're going to be doing all the survival checks, anything like that. If you're in the woods, if you need to track someone, it's going to be the ranger who's doing that. And the other thing a ranger is going to do is a ton of damage. If you're an archer, you're just going to be just firing arrows all over the place, killing things. And if you're like a melee-based ranger, then you're just going to be just, slicing things or hitting them with whatever the heck your melee weapon is. And then the other thing that you could do is just travel around with an animal companion. And if that sounds interesting to you, then that's going to be a ton of fun. So there's a couple defining features that you'll get as a ranger that really just set you apart from other classes. And the first one of those, I would say, would be your favorite enemy. You basically get to choose an enemy or a group of enemies, and for that type, you're better at tracking them. You'll know information about them. Sometimes you could even learn a language about them. And when I think about that and I put it into the perspective of like Geralt of Rivia, he's going around and he knows everything there is to know about all these monsters and how to fight them and how to track them and all that stuff. Even Aragorn, he knows a lot about orcs and a lot about tracking orcs and all nasty things that come from Mordor. Another thing that rangers will get is a favorite terrain, and that basically just gives you all sorts of bonuses to traveling in your specific terrain or hunting things, tracking things in your favorite terrain. And then the last thing that I would say, at least early levels, that really just sets rangers apart would be your hunter's mark. And it's just something that you get to cast, and it will help you track enemies or a specific enemy, and it will let you do way more damage to them. It's pretty cool. So there's two choices you have as far as subclasses for rangers, and that would be the hunter or the beastmaster. So if you want to just go in and you want to hit things, you want to hit them hard, you want to hit them more often, that's going to be the hunter. That's for you. And if you want to go in and you want to just like have a little like wolf buddy or like whatever animal companion you'd like, then that's going to be beastmaster. And both of those are great options. It just depends what your goals are. If you want to have an animal friend, Beastmaster. If you want to do more damage, be more effective in combat, Hunter. Both of them are fun. Just depends on the goals. So if you're trying to make a ranger, this would be my quick build kind of guide. I would choose Dex, and that would be what I put my highest score into. Then I would put Wisdom, because Wisdom's going to help you with your survival and like all sorts of like wilderness checks like that. And it's also what your casting is based off of, so that's always a good thing. And then I would probably choose Constitution, because Constitution is going to give you more hit points, means you're going to stay alive longer. More health equals alive longer, I think, right? That makes sense. Yeah, it makes sense. You could also do like strength instead of dex if you wanted to. It just depends on what your goals are as far as like fighting, but you'll figure that out. And if you're choosing a race, I would say probably go with a wood elf. That's usually my go-to for a ranger, or like halflings also work. But whatever sounds fun to you, make that work. It'll be great. So this has been my guide to the Ranger class, kind of a quick overview. I hope that it sounded interesting to you. I hope that if you thought about like maybe I want to play a Ranger, that you watched this and you said, oh hell yeah, I'm going to play a Ranger. And if you didn't, then check out one of our other class videos because we have a lot of them out there. So if you like this video, please like the video and also comment, subscribe. Make sure you hit that bell so that you'll be notified every time we post a video. And then check all the links in the doobly-doo. We have social media and we also do Twitch streams. So there's a lot that you can see from us, and we hope to see more from you too. Thanks for watching.